Woo-wee! Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I hope everybody's having a great Sunday morning, 'cause me and the pups sure are. Hey, good morning, everybody. I think we started on time, hopefully. So I want to thank everybody for joining me on a beautiful not Saturday, what am I doing? Sunday morning. You are here with your host, NJ Courts. And of course, we've got little Dobby on the left, which is my little Chihuahua. And we've got Rio on the right, who's my lab mix. For most of you all, welcome to the jury members. A lot of y'all are familiar with the walk and talks. It's pretty much, where we'll go and hang out, do a little walking with the dogs, do a little BS, and if there's any IRL or any other breaking court news. But most importantly, like today, if there is something that I do have to announce, or if there's any type of breaking live news or something important, we'll go ahead and make that announcement on these walk and talks as well. So, and I do have an announcement that I'll be making, and it does have to do with the ControLLa case, just as you saw in the thumbnail. So I know a lot of you might be joining for that, and so if you're new to the walk and talk, welcome. But I think most everybody's familiar by now with my two fur babies, which if you're not, they're both about in their teenages. They're both rescues. They both enjoy water. Rio loves water. And they're both really awesome dogs. They're very well behaved. They love each other. They love people. And they love other dogs. As a matter of fact, our last major walk and talk was at the farmer's market downtown. And we ran into a lot of dogs while we were down there, and they had a great time. For the most part, they were very well behaved. Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Super Roofer. And yes, I'm still on just a regular selfie stick, so please excuse me. This evening, last night, and I do want to apologize for that, I did reschedule last night's stream for this morning, or not this morning, this evening. So, as promised, Super Roofer, we're going to look at some gimbals together and hopefully order one this evening. But for sure, the gimbal will be ready for the next IRL adventure, which, if everything should go well, that should be here coming up next Monday. So we shall see, and I'll be discussing a little bit about that here shortly. Hey, good morning, Jen. Good morning to all my mods. Good morning to all the jury members. Good morning, Fortune Wookie. Super Roofer, good morning. Let's see. I am on the Prison app here, so Prism, not Prison. So let me scroll up here. It's not the best with chat, but I can still see everybody. Hey, good morning, Tammy. Good morning, Brandy. Let's see here. Optic Shrooms, good morning. All right, cool. Let's keep on going. So, what I'd like to discuss, and it looks like we've got quite a bit of people here already joining us, so I'll get straight into kind of the breaking news. I'm not going to let you sit there for 30 minutes and just wonder what's going on. It's Sunday morning. I'm not that mean. So here's what's up. And you know what? It's kind of, I didn't find out till about 2 days ago, technically, you could say, but I didn't really read the email thoroughly till, yesterday morning? And, I kind of goofed up. I had so many dates in my head from all these court hearings going on. Hey, Super Roofer, thank you so much for that $5 donation. I appreciate that. We got a super chat from Super Roofer, and it says, for the travel funds. Hey, thank you so much. And I will be very much needing some donations for some traveling funds, because I'm about to break some pretty cool news for you guys. So, hey, good morning, Casey girl. Let me just make sure my speaker's on. I do apologize. I do have, for some people that like to donate through the donation alerts, you're more than welcome to say hi to me and the pooches through that. But Super Chats is available, and we do PayPal now. We've got Cash App available. So much appreciated for everybody that helps support the channel, because with the court coverages that we have coming up, that's the only way we're going to be able to do it, is with your support and the donations that this channel receives. Because like I've said before, 100% of all these donations go right back into the channel. And obviously you've seen that with all the other previous court coverages we've done. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, speakers on. Let me get this jacked up to the volume to the max. Okay, cool. Let's keep on going. All right, so here's the news. So I kind of gotten my dates a little mixed up, right? I had all these dates going on between all the court coverages I'm following, and I almost forgot. And I may have already said something like, oh, in May, the ControLLa case in May, but I totally forgot that ControLLa just had her last hearing, a few weeks ago, and that was the hearing where she decided not to take the plea deal, right? We obviously know that because she said it for herself. And I obviously know that because I checked with the court myself. And let's see here. I did this probably, I think it was the day after, as a matter of fact. She had had her court hearing. Excuse me, not done, had her court hearing. And what happened is that day I have a contact there at the courthouse, and they're pretty much the media representative that I work with. And I asked them if they could get me some information as far as if there was going to be a next court date, since obviously she hadn't taken the plea deal. And at the same time, I said, if there is, can I just go ahead and apply for my media pass that time? And I had just sent the email out, and I guess I finally got the email back a couple of days ago. I had just browsed through it really quick, and I didn't really read everything. That I did this morning. And I hadn't realized, well, one, my media pass is approved, which is awesome. So we'll be doing some live court coverage just like last time we were there, and that's going to help a lot because obviously we want to continue the live court coverage that we already started. 2, the date for her next hearing is going to be next Monday, May 15th. It's in the morning. I didn't know until 2 days ago. Technically yesterday morning. The email didn't come till 2 days ago. I guess they were pretty tied up with some, I guess they must have had some big timers down there because she said she was pretty busy with some, they call them high priority cases. And anytime they have high priority cases, they have to take care of like the major, media stations, obviously like your ABC, NBC affiliates, the, local news affiliates there. So I was like second priority. Hey, I'll take it. I'll take second priority. But yeah, she finally got back to me, and it was with great news. So one is that the fact that, hey, I have permission to film again. And 2, that we didn't know when the last, as a matter of fact, I'm not sure if maybe not everybody knew, maybe some people knew, but as far as making an official announcement, I hadn't said that date till actually today. So officially, she does have her court hearing coming up May 15th, and that's going to be, I've got to read the paperwork to see as far as what they're, calling the type of hearing it is, but I will say this. It did say in the paperwork I received that the one thing I'm not allowed to film is during the court procedure is if the victim does show up to the court hearing. So that tells me that this is probably going to start the jury trial procedure. And if this is kind of like what I saw with Ganville, and again, I'm going to verify this before I start, speaking more about it. This might start, that process kind of where, they're going to have a witness. Maybe, this could be as far as trying to enter some evidence, like with the Gamble case, and they're going to have somebody testify for that evidence. And then, depending on that, how that goes, maybe it goes to a jury trial. Like I said, I've just kind of gotten basic information other than the date and the fact that I can be there. Yeah, I definitely want to provide that court coverage. And, like I said, we've got the Randy court coverage May 26th. So, I think that's just like 1 week right after that one. So it's tight, but I think we can make it. And reason being is I did check on the prices right now for round trip air tickets. And it's right now, like, within the probably next couple of days, it's not bad. It's about, I think I checked between $500 to $600 round trip, which that's really good because the last time we went to the ControLLa Court Coverage, just one way was almost about $500 to $600. So, and of course, this is, it could go 1 or 2 days. Obviously, it's a more expensive area, so, realistically, I can only afford lodging for a couple of days in case it does go to like a 2-day type of hearing. But it's not going to be nearly as expensive as it was the first time we got over there. So, and it just, I guess, it has to do, I don't know, the time of the year or what, but the airfare is just surprisingly a lot lower. So, yeah, any donations pretty much starting now. I'm starting the fundraiser for the ControLLa Court Coverage. That was going to be my special announcement. Pretty much any donations. I mean, if you specifically want your donation to go to the Randy court case, please specify that. And I know we've already received some donations for that, and I'm going to keep that separate. But if you want to donate to go towards the ControLLa Court Coverage, I would love to make that happen. So please, like I said, if you don't care, you don't have to put anything on your donation messages. But if you do, hey, it does help if you have a specific court case that you want that donation to go towards. But I hope we can make it happen. The Randy's court case, that's definitely happening. We've got plenty of time. That's on the 26th. But, if we can make the ControLLa court case happen, like I said, I've already got the media permission. My schedule is freed up for that week. It's next week, luckily. And, I can be there. So that was the news. All right, so we got Tonto. Good morning. Let's see here. Going up. Sorry, I was just kind of talking and watching the dogs, so there's a lot of people I didn't see in chat, so let me just say hi to everybody. Hey, thanks, Fortune Wookie. They are lovely dogs. All right, let's see here. Crypto Sniper. Good morning. And we got Dixie Normus. Good morning. We're going to talk about that this evening, Dixie Normus. That's a good question. So tonight, we're going to be having a pretty long show. I mean, I'm not going to say like it's going to drag on like 4 to 6 hours like some of our other longer court coverages. And obviously, there's not a court coverage yet for Cheeto. We're just learning kind of preliminary about what he did in 2022, which seems to be the year he got in a lot of trouble when he was kind of, peaking in his, I would say, IRL short career as of right now. But oh, hold on, sorry, I'm not going to show you that. We had Dobby doing a number 2, so I'm going to pick that up really quick. Hey, what's up, the fat clown? Good morning. So yeah, so we've got some more clips we're gonna play tonight. We're gonna be discussing more about the Cheeto coverage, and I'm also gonna be introducing another character that just kind of popped up into the NJ Courts radar. That, as a matter of fact, I think a lot of you are going to be interested, and this person does have an active court trial case going on, and as a matter of fact, they have a hearing in July, which, if you guys are interested in this individual after we, discuss them tonight, that might be a possibility as far as providing you the live court coverage for that. So, yeah, we've got a lot of individuals between now and even the end of August. Remember, Trina's case, we had the Zoom coverage that we were able to record and present to you live. From there, we heard that her next hearing, unless it changes, is going to be in August. If she bonds out, which, that's going to be tough, that might change. But for right now, her next hearing is scheduled until August. So we've got that going on in August. This other individual that we're going to be discussing this evening has got a court hearing coming up in July. I'm not too sure exactly. We're going to discuss what's going on with Cheeto, if he's got any court hearings coming up. But I do have a pretty good idea as far as why he hasn't been streaming. We're going to discuss that as well. So, good morning, Fortune Cookie. Hey, hey, guys, Fortune Cookie says good morning, Dobby Rio. There you go, Fortune Cookie. You say hi to Fortune? You say hi to Fortune? Hey, Granny's watching. Good morning. Granny's watching says, I have a YouTuber going to court. That would be an interesting one to cover. Okay. Please contact me and let me know. You can hit me up through Instagram or through my email. But that's where I get a lot of people who have made me aware to a lot of these different individuals is through Instagram. So much appreciated all those viewers and everybody on Instagram that has definitely shot over a lot of those information and tips, because they're very helpful. I'll tell you that. But let's see, what else do we got? So then that's July for that individual. June, May. So May, June, I don't think there's any court going on yet. Obviously, we have 2 individuals right now between Ski Mask and ControLLa that could very well have a court case scheduled during that time. They have not yet. I'm just saying it could happen. give you guys a little scenery right now. Sorry, I just wanted to, you know, everybody likes to check out the doggos, so I said let's point the camera at the doggos as much as I can today. But you know, that could very well go into May or June time, but for now, you know, March, we're going backwards, May. You know, we've got ControLLa coming up Monday on the 15th, and then we've got old Randy coming up on the 26th. So a lot of court coverage, you know, within the next few months, and then, you know, towards the end of the summer. So I'm hoping to bring all that to you guys. We will be covering all these individuals, of course, just like we have in the past. You know, I try my best to start, you know, with as much time before the actual court hearing to, you know, give everybody, as far as the viewers, a chance to familiarize themselves with these individuals. If, for say, you know, you may not even have heard of some of these people that we cover. And it also gives us a lot of time to study a lot of the paperwork that, you know, the public has access to, and so do we, whenever we request it through a, you know, Freedom of Information Act request. So, and sometimes that can take time. So that's why I do like to start early on these court coverage cases when it's possible. A lot of times, you know, these cases will just be popping up. So let's see here. I can see you, Fortune Cookie. Is that what you're asking? I don't know what that means. How come I got the ugly stick? But so yeah, as far as the breaking news with the ControLLa case, that's letting you guys know that she's got the case coming up May 15th. That's going to be this Monday. It's going to start getting, you know, down to the nitty gritty. I can say that. Since she didn't take the plea offer, the plea deal, pretty much now, when you know, we're going to have to do a little research. You know, I'll have to see what she's possibly facing as far as punishment or sentencing. But remember, during the plea deal, even the plea deal, you know, she was going to be, you know, pretty much pleading or taking a guilty deal on a felony, and a pretty serious one having to do with child endangerment, and also having to plead pretty much guilty and pay the fines to a traffic citation on one of those violations that she received. And she had some other conditions she had to stick to. So, which one of them could include going to a halfway house. That possibility is there again. So, you know, and if this does go into a jury trial, you're going to have that, you know, actual, and, you know, if we're there, we're going to be able to experience that jury trial as well. So, it's, like I said, it's getting down to the fine details. Definitely there's going to be a lot of information coming out during this next hearing. Evidence is going to be presented. You know, we've kind of saw this before on the last court trial that we covered with Gamble, except that trial, or excuse me, that hearing didn't go into the jury process or jury trial process. So, and this one may not. Again, you know, these things are just up to what happens that day. You know, I'm not a fortune teller. I know you've heard me say that before. But, you know, all I can do is be there the day that, you know, the court hearing is, and turn on the camera. Lisa, good morning. If she doesn't take the plea, the case most likely will get sent to grand jury. Then once indicted, the offer goes up. So she didn't take the plea. That was the last hearing. So that's what's going on right now. It's disgraceful driving like that with a child on board. I agree. That's why I've never shown the video on my channel. It's even, you know, as many of some of the horrible videos we show with Ski Mask making the threats he does. It's a whole, I mean, it's not, it is a different, obviously, scenario. You know, Ski Mask is making threats at people's lives. And, you know, this was an accident that involved a child. But it's the emotional part of it that gets me really bad, and the fact that it involves a child. And personally, that's why I've never shown that video on this channel, just because it's really sad. It's definitely a trigger warning, and it's just a really shitty way of presenting something like that. And just the way it went down is just fucking downright disgusting, in my opinion. Super Roofer, I don't even answer my phone when I'm driving, let alone YouTube and driving. Yeah. Yep. And, you know, the other thing is that's really sad about this is, you know, this got in real life, as you can say, very quick when you involved a child getting injured, allegedly, and some other victims, the passengers in the other vehicle that she allegedly ran into. So, yeah, it's fucked up, you know. And me personally, when I was watching that video, I personally can almost feel the buildup of that incident happening. I mean, you just see how distracted the individual is. You see them pumping up the music, you know, and then all of it, you know, the worst part of it is when you just start seeing them staring down at the phone and just the amount of time they are, you know, and then boom. I mean, like I said, it was just where it's almost like you could just tell that something bad was going to happen, just the way just everything was getting just pre-set up. I mean, it was just shitty, and it's totally has to do with being distracted and on the YouTube, you know, live streaming yourself, and then you're also, which, hey, if you do that correctly, no problem, right? There's people that live stream themselves as far as, like, you know, these DoorDash drivers and shit. But what do they got? They got the camera, one, mounted, and two, it's pointing with the camera pointing to the front, not them, all right? And they're not reading the chat, okay? They're just driving and talking, okay? Which that you can do. It's just like having a Bluetooth wireless setup, okay? But obviously we know, because we've seen even when, you know, this individual tries to be sneaky and do their little black screen, you know, obviously they're answering questions to the chat. So, and they claim they're not driving either. That's a joke. But yeah, you literally can hear them answering questions. So what do you think they're doing? They're still staring down at their phone while they're live streaming. So it's very selfish. I agree, Fortune Wookie. Yep, I agree too, Lisa. That could have been very, very bad. Not to say that it wasn't, but, you know, what happens if that was a semi-truck that she would have swerved into? And it doesn't even take something like that to cause, I mean, like I said, there was obviously, according to the police report, apparent damages, or not damage, well, there was damages, but injuries to both parties. So it did get in real quick. And that's what was important about bringing that court coverage was, you know, it's an individual that a lot of people are familiar with, whether you like them or not. And it's an individual that literally took, you know, something that's, you know, what we consider the internet, YouTube, you know, something that, hey, how can it be dangerous? It's just the internet. You're just at home sitting behind a computer, right? Well, there you go, you know. Something that, you know, was being broadcasted via YouTube, via the internet. Good morning. Doing really good. Good morning. You know, allegedly caused a driver to be distracted and to allegedly cause an accident. Hey, good morning. Let's see here. I think, there it is. Let me scroll up. I know I saw some new names in here. Girl from another place. Good morning. Let's see. And you say, the worst part is that she is still driving poorly while streaming. I wish YouTube would ban driving and streaming. I wish YouTube would do a lot of things. And you know what? It's a start whenever you can expose things like that and start talking about it in discussions, just like we're doing now. Jog. Hey, I don't mind going for a little jog, except I already get people seasick right now just walking with, you know, this kind of cheap selfie stick. But hopefully, like I said, not hopefully, but by the next IRL, we'll have it set up on a much better, I guess, gimbal set. I've never used a gimbal. I mean, they look pretty easy. Just something you connect to your phone, I guess. But yeah, hopefully this will be looking like we're on water, you know, like butter, baby. Good morning, Candy Cane. Oh, and hey, I forgot to tell you guys, even though you probably would have figured it out by the show this evening, but you can still use it now. Jury members, I got you those emojis as I promised. I added, I think, 3 or 4 more new ones. And I added, I know somebody's going to say, why isn't there a Rio? I'm working on it. I'll have a Rio up by this evening. So we added a Dobby emoji. We added a bald spot Randy emoji. We added a Randy mugshot emoji. And let's see here. I know there was a fourth one. Huh, maybe there was 3. I think there's 4, but those are the only 3 I can remember right now. And the unfortunate thing is when I'm on the Prism app, it doesn't show me the actual emoji. It just shows you what, I can see what it is though. Like Just Jen's throwing the Dobby, fortune cookie with the Dobby. There you go. That's like I said, don't worry. They're both loved equally. I just had Dobbies. That was the one, like they're as easy as they look. You got to be able to fit them in like to a 1-to-1 ratio, and then they got to be under 1 megabyte. So it's a little bit harder than it looks. So I got a one of a Rio. I just got to get it fitted or formatted into the right size so that it works with YouTube's platform. I see the bald spot on Super Roofers. Yeah, so have fun with those emojis. I know I said I was going to have them before the last show, which thank you all that showed up to that, and that was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for all the supporters and donators. That was a kick-ass show, and we started our Ski Mask Andy fund that evening for the court trial coverage, and we had a lot of donators come through for that, and that's like I said, I will separate those donations. Yeah, we obviously have way more time to fundraise for Ski Mask trial. So much appreciated for everybody that participated in the chat, participated in that stream. I had a great time with everybody. But yeah, I had promised we would have had the emojis for that evening, and I failed. So I said if I didn't have them by the next show, which is tonight, I would quit the channel. And I was so worried I'd forget it and I'd have to quit the channel. I took care of it early this morning. Throw them ball spots out. Hey, thank you so much. Got the people stopping and letting us cross the street this morning. That's nice of them. Good morning to everybody just joining us. We're on the walk and talk here with Rio and Dobby. I'm your host, NJ Courts. We usually just do a little walk and talk to have a little fun. We got a lot of fans of the dogs here. Usually it's just doggo time, really, is what I call it. Except we like to talk when we do the doggo time and have fun. And we have a lot of serious talks, too, when, you know, we got some breaking news sometimes to break. But like last time we had a walk and talk, we did a members-only one. But the last one that we did that was for everybody, we were down at the farmer's market. So, you know, like to do fun stuff with the dogs, obviously. But we also like to discuss a lot of the court-related things going on. And like I said, if there's anything else to talk about, let's chit-chat. Sunday morning. It's a beautiful morning. Hope everybody's enjoying their breakfast, possibly lunch, depending on where you're at in the country or world. Might be even nighttime. You might be even having dinner right now or a beer. So, hey, salute. I just got a water bottle, and that's just for the dogs, so I can't salute with you, but cheers. I appreciate everybody joining this morning. We're on our usual trail today. Probably our next walk and talk, I'm going to start changing up the route a bit. That way people can get some new scenery. This one's kind of convenient because it's got both sides a dirt trail and it's got a paved. And just depending on the day or the weather, we'll go on either the dirt or paved. Right now, there's a little bit of goat heads popping up, so that's why I'm preferring to stay on the paved trail. But these guys like to walk on the dirt. They're dirt trail dogs. What do you smell, Dobby? What do you see? What do you see? Oh, he knows there's some dogs that like to bark over the wall coming up. But it's a really nice trail. It actually, last time we went all the way down. It takes you all the way down to the river. And unfortunately, that time we went, the river was dried up, which was still kind of cool. We got to see some animal tracks, some bird tracks, and explore the dry river a little bit. But it was already a long walk and starting to warm up, so we didn't get too much time to spend down there. We had to turn around. Grunge Truck, good morning. Making my way in America, good morning. This is not New Jersey, buddy. You got that right. Hopefully I'll be in New Jersey next Monday, but definitely not New Jersey. Grunge Truck, good morning. Big Trolla has the nerve to call out other moms while having felony Yep. Well, and I don't know if you're aware, but she also got a previous felony, and it's not a really, I don't think any felonies are good, but I would consider it a violent type of felony. Again, we didn't go too much into her past, and we're not. I just wanted to stick with the stuff that was court-related. But you're more than welcome. There's plenty of channels that you can go down that rabbit hole and see what her past looked like and some of the shit that she's done. Excuse me just for a minute. Just making sure. Okay, cool. Sometimes the speaker will turn off on its own. Just want to make sure it was on. Okay, it's on. 100-foot tsunami headed towards California. Holy shit. Well, I hope if that's the case, I hope everybody's okay. And please be careful if you're down in that area. I'll have to see more about that as soon as I get back and can put on the news. Grunge Truck asks, will she get jail time if she takes this to a jury? Grunge Truck, I'm going to do some more info on, or excuse me, not info, research on that. Because she does got a past, you know, and that does take into account. But here's the thing. A lot of that, not a lot, but that happened in the state of New York. A lot of people keep kind of forgetting, not forgetting, it's just easy to because they're so close to each other, both states. But she was traveling in New Jersey, and that's where she got into the accident. So all the citations and well, as of right now, the court, you know, the court system she's being, you know, tried in is out of the state of New Jersey. So they may not take into account, you know, some of the, as far as in the punishment. Now, they will take into account as far as when they're possibly, you know, considering sentences and stuff, but they can't use that, essentially, is what I'm trying to say in this hearing against her, essentially, especially since it's in another state. So it's, as of right now, I mean, all we'd have to look up, I mean, the major charge is the child endangerment. So if you don't even want to wait for this evening, all I'm going to do, I'll tell you exactly, it's pretty easy. All you got to do is just Google search child. If you already know the code, it's even better. See, that's what I'll do is I'll actually have the actual felony code. So I'll put it in there. But all you have to do is just find out what child endangerment, the sentence or punishment for it is in the state of New Jersey. And see, and then they also have other conditions depending if it's like the person's first felony, second time, you know, there's other little things like that to consider. But you can at least for right now know what the minimum is going to be, you know, as far as what she's, you know, facing. And yes, Lisa, you are correct. A lot of factors go into the sentencing. Good morning, therefore we shall dance. I like that name. That's pretty cool. Dobby, you got your own emoji. What do you think about that, huh? Rio's like, what about me, a-hole? Don't worry, Rio. You're going to have yours tonight. It's just hard to get you facing me and staying still. All the pictures I had of him are like kind of his back or side, you know what I mean? So I'm going to make him sit with the hot dog today and catch a hot dog. Oops. Come on, guys. Rio, Dobby. Oh, man, they're on the peephole. Come on. I hate when they get wrapped up. Okay, good. Sometimes that's when they kind of pee on themselves there. They'll both be on each side of the pole, and I'm like, no! Usually we catch it, but sometimes we have not. And unfortunately, it's poor little Dobby that usually gets the other end of it. Hey, good morning. Oh, no, good to see you. Granny's watching, says, wow, they're serious if they're pursuing child endangerment. She's had similar priors or CPS involvement it'll definitely affect sentencing. Well, definitely CPS involvement has been, I know, been involved with this individual. Again, I'm not going to get into those details, but that is a fact, you know. Again, that was in the state of New York. Whether they're going to, you know, take that into account in the state of New Jersey, I'm not sure. But absolutely, you are correct about that. Candy Cane just threw you some Dobby emojis, Dobby. There's the trees are looking good. Oh, and for some of y'all, I apologize. I didn't tell you what's growing off of these trees. These are pecan trees. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, here very soon, well, not soon, but when it's their time, they will shake these trees and you will get some great tasting pecans out of them. Maggie K asks, how old are the pups? So Maggie, they're rescues. So approximately, Dobby's going to be probably between, I would say, 6 to 7 years old. Rio probably between 5 to 6 years old. I think Rio's the younger out of the two. They both got plenty of energy though, so they're doing very good for their ages, of course. And I even had my older guy one of my female pups, she had passed last year. But I had a pit bull mix, Gotti boy. Oh man, he was probably about 15 years old when he passed. So, and he couldn't obviously run as much as he did, but you know, I've seen some dogs even in their senior ages that are very, very, you know, you can't really tell. You know, obviously they don't run, but when you're walking, you can't tell. Yeah, they're beautiful trees. I love the scenery. You've got the beautiful pecan trees, you know. You've got all your other different species of trees, because obviously we're still behind a neighborhood. Yeah, no, I love Maggie. Unfortunately, Ski Mask didn't know a lot of my history when he doxes me, but one of the pictures that he's actually doxed me on was actually from one of the rescues that I was an adoption supervisor at. And because it was actually a smaller adoption center, and the adoption or the rescue that I worked for was like at a ranch, it was pretty much like my adoption center. It was a really cool experience. I enjoyed doing rescue a lot. It was 24/7 job, which I didn't complain about, but it takes a lot of time, but it's all worth it. It's all worth it, and I enjoy doing it. Come on, Mr. Rio. Mids Plug says, I have 2 rescues that are 7. Super Roof says, my Jack Russell lived 17 years. The last 5 deaf and blind. Wow, Jack Russells are awesome, Super Roofer. They are the cutest little dogs. Sorry, Dobby. But yeah, I love Jack Russells. What's the story, Wishbone? I have rescued paralyzed Dachshunds. Well, thank you for doing that. Bless your heart, Maggie. And Dachshunds are super cute. I seen one, maybe you've seen that Instagram. It's a pretty viral Instagram post. It's a little Dachshund drinking out of a little pup cup. The one they give you at the Starbucks, as ControLLa says. But it's hilarious. It's the cutest picture. Rio, what are you doing? I think Rio's got to take a number 2 when he starts pulling to the side. But Rio's really particular on his number 2s. It's got to be the right bush. He likes rubbing his little bum. He likes to have a little bush under his bum. And then he's always got to like point a certain way. Watch, I'll show you. You guys saw, I won't show him pooping, but then he does his little circle thing. There you go. I knew it. All right. And stop. Okay. I said, we won't show number 2. But now I got to clean this up. Just give me a minute really quick while I take care of that. Da, 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 da. Is that why you give us all this love back? Because we clean up your number twos? Well, it's definitely okay. I'll clean up as much number twos as I have to. Whoa. Good morning. Good morning. All right, so I'm going to put this to the side here because it's right by a trash can, and I'm going to be walking right by here. All right, and we move on. We're coming up to the deadly railroad crossing. For some of y'all that may not know about this railroad crossing, I will show you why we call it the deadly railroad crossing as soon as we get there. No, I didn't put it on. One, it's in a bag, fortune cookie. I didn't pick it up with my hand and throw it on the hill. I'm just playing. Oh, they are super smart. Absolutely. I think I was actually watching a, what is it? I don't know if it's the Australian or the British, you know, essentially like their version of the TSA, the airport police. And I swear, maybe I was wrong, but correct me if I'm not. And maybe y'all have seen the same episode, but they were using Jack Russell Terriers as actual sniffing dogs. And it was really, the reason they use them is because they're small, so they can just kind of jump over all the luggages. Like the one I saw, they had the Jack Russell going on kind of like, you know, what is it called? The carousel, the luggage carousel. Yeah, he was acting really weird. I wonder how he's going to be today. But I saw that. He took it off really quick, but he had a little banner going down at the bottom that said something like, "This is my last stream, yada, yada, yada." You know, just, you know what? I'm not going to say it again. Well, I am. Just another shitty attempt at trying to get some scams. Scam some donos. Watch, let me show you why we call this the deadly railroad crossing. Rio, you're not going to go there. That's what happened last time. So we were actually just going to cross over to the other side the first time I had realized this, okay? And just like you do never want to drive and be, you know, obviously distracted, like when you're live streaming and stuff. We won't say who, right? I actually pulled one of myself as far as walking and live streaming and being distracted. So I'm looking up, right? Just doing this, and I'm assuming this, you know, I didn't realize these railroad bars, or not ties. Hey, Rio, get back. Look, it's from the camera, it won't seem as wide, but they're at least probably like 7 to 8 inches gaps. So, yeah, me and the dogs nearly just stepped into one of those gaps, which I probably would have racked myself really good. Dobby would have went straight down. Rio probably would have just jumped. He's pretty acrobatic, but yeah, it would not have been good. So, thankfully, nothing happened. I know some of you evil trolls out there would have loved to see that happen, but nothing happened. We made it another day. Oh no says, we have an indoor-outdoor cat. Got her as, oops, hold on, sorry. As adult, she was a feral next to all kins. Broke my heart, so I had to get her. I'm allergic to cats, not her. She's really special, like a service cat or dog with my health, but a service cat. That's cool. Well, thank you for doing that. Okay, and I saw another question. Hold up. That Queen K chick can't be real, or is she just the mentally ill? Hope she gets some help. I hope so, too. Some people were even alleging that that could be possibly an alt for Ski Mask, but I don't think so. Some people even said that some of those are some alts of his, like, wives, or what does he call it now? Skis? Angels? Where the fuck do you get that? Is he, oh, he's trying to be like Charlie's Angels. I gotcha. I gotcha. Jesus. But anyways, let me go up here. I saw another question in regards to the court date, so let me answer that. So that's what we're here for, right? Discussing some court stuff. No, we discuss everything on our walk and talks. Wait a minute, where'd it go? Thought Monday is the new court date. So Mids, so on the paperwork that we read together on the, on the Cinco de Mayo stream, there's actually two well, we didn't read the second court date, which is on, you can go to the oscn.net website right now if you want, and you'll see both court dates. I just didn't have the May 26th one up on my StreamYards to show you, but certainly you can check for yourself if you want. But we did have the court date for tomorrow that was scheduled on the docket. So that one, I believe, is 9 a.m. it was showing, if I'm not mistaken. You can go on there. It's public information. Some people were saying they were kind of, and I didn't realize it because I guess the link I have is kind of like, I had it as a favorite. So it, goes directly to like the search section of the oscn.net website. I didn't realize, because I had some people say that they were having trouble navigating through the website, that when you actually go to oscn.net, it takes you to the main page, obviously. So what you're going to do is at the top is just look for where it says court records. And once you click on court records, you'll see two options. You just want to click on the one that says oscn.net, like public search or something. It's the one that's on the very top. The other one's on the bottom. And once you click on that, then it's going to take you to the page that I'm always familiar with, is where my favorite bookmark takes me. That's why it goes directly to that. I just booked it marked as a favorite. It goes directly to the search part, which that's simple to use. You'll just put a first, last name in, and then you just scroll down just a little bit, and then you'll see a button that says next. Hit that. It's going to take you to a bit. Yes, I know. This is where it might get a little complicated because Mr. Randy's got a shit ton of cases from Oklahoma. So the easiest way I can put this is just scroll all the way down. You're going to go under the county, that's Tulsa County, and it's literally the last case at the bottom for Tulsa County. It should say like CF, because it was, originally a felony because of the domestic assault or aggravated assault battery, because of the first count was the aggravated or domestic assault battery on his mom, and then there was the one on his brother. So you should, as soon as you scroll down, it's the last one. If you click on it, you'll be able to see all the docket notes. At the very top, it'll show you all the dates of all the hearings, as well past and new. All right, I know we just had some other questions. Sorry, I was looking up. Oh, no, wait. Well, the one sent... Hey, I've even heard some people say that he sent himself that care package. What do you guys think? But then somebody said that they had heard, I think it was Bailey, I don't know, one of his mods say, look in the side pocket. And that's where he found, I guess, some more stuff that was sent. So... maybe that was the person that sent it to him. I don't know. I don't care. It's just funny. And then the guy never said, if you noticed, he never said thank you the whole time. Like that just shows you how like unsocialized Randy is, like has no mannerism, I mean, obviously he doesn't. The dude had his fucking parents' front door kicked down, and Mother's Day's next weekend, I think, and the fucking asshole's not even gonna fix the door, hasn't even attempted to. I mean, the dude's literally been locked in that fucking room since he's gotten back from jail. It's fucked up, man. I don't even know. Could you imagine that? I bet you his poor fucking dad or mom are working on the door right now as we speak. You know that? Or they had to spend their own fucking money, whatever. Maybe they're on disability. I don't know. I don't care. Maybe they're on a fixed income and had to spend some money they didn't even have to just fucking replace a door. And I'm sure that wasn't cheap. Especially if they're renting that property. They're either going to have to do it themselves, because that'll be the cheapest. Because if they call the landlord or the rental company, they're going to get charged an arm and a leg. Yeah, it's not funny. It's pathetic. I agree. Yeah, Mids, no way those are fake. Hell no, those are not fake Jordans. Hey, and I'm not bagging down whatever nutbag sent that to him, it just looked like it was totally like one of those, like, either Marshall hauls or a flea market haul, all a bunch of just fake shit. There you go. John Hyde got it. Yes, Paige said, look in the side pockets. Is there anything there? Asking for a friend. Oh, asking for a friend. I got you, Paige. Wink, wink. Oh, there's some more of the pecan trees. Sorry. Show you a nice little view of the mountains behind me. We're just following an irrigation ditch now. That's pretty neat. Here in the middle of the desert, you got this huge, tall-ass palm tree just growing. That's dope. That's cool. Super Roofer says, door repair isn't cheap. Cost of a new door about $250, not counting labor. Right, because it's not, you're not going to put some cheap-ass door. I mean, I guess they probably have some, but it's your front door. You know, I'm at least going to put something I know, well, I guess can't get kicked in this case it did. But, yeah, I could not imagine it's going to be the same as like replacing a closet door, or, you know, one of the, you know, indoor, you know, doors to a room. Exactly, Ray Ray. Could you imagine that? What's up, LD? Imagine that, you know, you're fixing a door, and as you're fixing the door, here comes some FedEx guy. Got a package here for David DeCue. Oh yeah, we'll sign for it since he doesn't come outside of his door, you know. And then the lazy asshole probably won't even go outside to get it, right? They go and fucking bring it inside and put it by his door, and, you know, they don't even knock on the door because they don't want to interrupt his live stream. They probably just slide a little note underneath that says, David, you've got a package. We'll be outside working on fixing the door. Fucking asshole. So there you go. Super Roofer answered it. Even cheap doors are expensive. So, yeah. What a... And you know what's fucked up? You know what's even more fucked up, right? And maybe some of y'all that didn't make it out or even watch the replay for the Cinco de Mayo celebration live stream where we went over the bond. We released and exposed the bond information. And that's obviously public documents, and you can access that through the oscn.net website. So if you didn't have a chance to go through that, or maybe it was hard to read through the live stream, you have every ability to go through the website and just download it. It's an Adobe file, and boom, you'll be able to check it out and zoom in and scroll up and down. But for some of you that may not have made it that evening, and not only was I the only channel that had that information, there was several other ones, and I think we all agreed at the same thing was it was a scam, okay? Literally, Randy, and again, I'm just going off of what we're seeing, okay, and I'm pretty sure I'm 99.9% right. Literally on the bond, one, if it's correct, he got kind of lucky, right? Go figure. He was supposed to actually be bonded out on 2 charges. Each one was a $500 bond, so a total of $1,000 minimum, right? Well, this asshole literally got bonded out for only $500. That's what the bonding company owes the court if Ski Mask doesn't, you know, show up to his little court trial. And all he had to pay was a 20% premium, $100 stinky, okay? So this asshole went on telling people, immediately, as soon as somebody probably said, Ski Mask, your bond information's out or leaked, he immediately goes to fucking trying to run some, I don't know if some of y'all watched it, it was fucking nuts. This dude literally tries to start some live stream about he getting abducted by aliens or some weird shit. And dude, it didn't even make sense. I mean, people must have thought he was fucking on you know what. So then when that didn't work out, this fucking numbnuts starts telling everybody that oh, you shouldn't have bonded him out, that he never wanted to be bonded out, and that you know, it's kind of their fault that they bonded him out, and you know, he doesn't know who bonded him out, and blah, 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 blah. You know, just some more bullshit. There's that palm tree right there. We're getting closer. But long story short, is this guy probably had, you know, his little 3-wife club, you know, send over to whoever, not send over, just cash app them $1,200 thinking that that's what the bond was going to be. Oh, I forgot to say the most important part. There was no cosigner. He bonded himself out. Not only is it on the paperwork, but I personally called the bonding company And they verified that, okay? They verified that when they don't put a co-signer's name and they put self-indem, which that's what it reads. It's hard to see. It looks like it's scribbled in. That's just the type of bond that is when an individual bonds himself out, essentially, okay? And the way they can do that is, one, somebody just calls in with, you know, some type of, their banking or payment credit information. He very well could have handed his debit card or his Cash App card, whatever the fuck he has, to his mom when they were arresting him. She could very well have his banking information since, her son's, pretty much always getting in trouble and very well could be bailed out or needs to be bailed out at any fucking day. So she could have his info. Or the other way is, and this is probably one of the easier ways and most, other than somebody doing it, like as far as a co-signer, if you can't get a co-signer, the only other real way you can do this is either the option I just went over, or you pay through your commissary fund. Somebody puts $100 on your books, you're able to pay through the commissary to the bail's bondsman. So that's what happened, okay? One of those factors. Like I said, it doesn't matter. All we know is that it just cost $100 stinky to get him bailed out. Not this 1,150. I don't know the exact amount. Let's just, like I said, call it $1,200. Well, there you go, roofer. Yeah, if they, especially for just $100, and they could probably see, his bonding history, that he's never screwed over a bonding agent. At least I don't think. Here's the thing: Ski Mask shows up to court whenever he gets bonded out. Okay. The time he doesn't show up is once he's been bonded out and it's time for sentencing. That's his little schlick, okay? Because he knows he doesn't need the bonding agent after that, right? And he just doesn't show up. So nobody gets, bonding agents didn't get fucked over, so they're not going to be, harassing whoever co-signed. Last time, whenever he got extradited from New Jersey, and I verify this because they took down the document. I don't know if it was just maybe the bonds company called or said something, but from the last time little Randy got bonded out, it was available to, download off of the website, but they took it down. It still has the bondsman's information, but I have the bonds paperwork, and in that case, his mom's the one that co-signed or signed for it, okay? And you can see it. It has his mom's name, her signature, it has the address. And it looks kind of similar to what you were seeing on the new bond information. It's got that same sloppy, nasty, ugly ass handwriting of Ski Masks. But in this case, it was just $100. I could easily see also the bondsman doing that, super roofer. Just over $100 too, So, and that's where I was going with that story, was they can see that he always, he doesn't really fuck over the bonds people. So for $100, oh, hell yeah, I could easily see them, hey, let's go check this out. We've never gone this route. We always go towards the river. But this looks like, I think this is going to bring us behind a school, I think. Let's check it out. There's a big old field. Maybe we can let the dogs run loose in the field if there's nobody in there. Cool, going on a new little adventure here. Super Roofer, did you find out? I don't know if you heard me talk about, so his bonding agent, and I have the info. I can always just put it up tonight, or I can shoot it to, you if you want. But his bonding agent actually has gotten in some trouble. She's gotten sued, I believe, from her own employees. And she herself has also lost her bonding license for something shady. She obviously got it back, but oh shit, look it. Somebody's got a little peacock. You guys seen that in front of me? It's gonna run because the dogs. It's like we're back at the zoo. That was cool. Oh, there's a bunch of them over here. I can already see them. Watch. I don't want to spook it. See? Cool, huh? All right, let me zoom back out. Oh. There we go. Come on, Rio. Over here. Yeah, I know. New smells, new area. Yeah, let's see if we can, yeah, there's a soccer field here. Yeah, this is the school. Let's see if we'll go into the field here. I don't see anybody, and we'll let the dogs run around. Have you guys ever heard those birds? I don't know, maybe it's them that we just saw, but it sounds like when they whatever, chirp is what I always say, but it's not a chirp. It sounds like they're saying, help, help. Oh, look, are these turkey? What is this? I don't know, those aren't chickens. They almost look like little turkeys. See, I know you guys are gonna be like, you're stupid, that's not what that is, but I swear. Look at, they're probably just some type of chicken, I don't know, but there's all sorts of cool little things out here today. That's why I like urban, like, what do they call it? It's kind of like those locations where it's like an urban area, but it's like, you know, not urban, you know, it's like so it's an urban area where you can have like farming animals. It's pretty cool. So you're zoned to be able to have basic, you know, you can't have super big livestock or anything like that, but you can have chickens, you can have birds, you know, things like that. Okay, how do we get into the soccer field? Let's go check over here. Guineas. And I might have pronounced that wrong. Oh yeah, there they are, they're running. All right, I see a fence. Let's see if we can get in. He was asking yesterday for mods to apply for a wife and a girlfriend position. Well, you know what I noticed? Uh-oh. I don't think man, maybe NJ Courts back in his good days could fit through this gap. But ain't no way I'm fitting through that gap. Sorry, guys. Let's see if there's another way to get in. We'll go back over here. Somebody's obviously been working on his YouTube channel page. I noticed that they got it, he's got like a banner on there now, and they've got the very detailed about page with all the links on. He's even got, oh, look at that one's up on the, oh shit, look how, dude, that's crazy. Oh, they can fly a little bit. I was like, that's funny how it got over the other side of the fence. But obviously somebody has access to his channel page. And the reason I believe that is, one, you know, he's never been able to organize that and he doesn't know how to. And two, some people were saying that whenever, I guess that the whole arrest, when the cops got there, went down, or I think afterwards, that they noticed that his a lot of his live streams were being deleted later. And that's why a lot of people thought that he never got arrested, because obviously he was the one deleting his live streams. Let's see if we can go in this way. No, that one's permanently locked. I can see they just welded a little piece there. All right. We'll find a way. If there's a will, there's a way. Breaking news, birds fly, even chickens. Oh, there's the path there. It's all right. This dirt path doesn't have any goat heads or anything. I just want to see if we can get into the soccer field. $20 per app fee plus $10 admin fee to apply. Yeah, no, I agree, Mids Plug. You know, I was a little bit, you know, I had a little bit of compassion for them a bit. But, oops, let me put back the speaker. But, you know, the fact that they welcomed him with, you know, I can assume just open arms just as soon as he got out of jail and having their door kicked, that, I don't know. And then just to let him go back in his room, jump on the Wi-Fi, immediately start making threats, talking shit at 11 o'clock at fucking night. You know, I'm like, get the fuck out of here, man. So I still feel bad for them, obviously, and I'm not trying to talk, you know, bad about them, but I've definitely, my compassion, you know, level for them has definitely gone down quite a bit. I will say that. Yeah. Yeah, it's just, that guy's got, and then I don't know if you guys noticed yesterday, you know, his viewership's obviously gone down. You know, everybody's learning and he's being exposed that he's just a piece of shit scammer. You know, he lost a lot of his, you know, what he considered his donators or top mods. And I mean, the guy streaming even during a peak time is only, you know, about 80, under 100, we'll say, right? When this guy was used to 200, 300, even up to 800 fucking viewers, you know, when he had that panel, I think, with Molly Golightly on it. So he's dying for attention, and obviously he's, you know, he doesn't do shit. And even just watching him, he's boring as fuck now. I mean, he can't even be entertaining whatsoever. He's already shown the same clips 1,000 times, the same clip of him sucker punching the same homeless guy 1,000 times. He's a fucking narcissist, man. Like I've said before, the dude literally will sit there for 24 hours a day watching clips of himself. And you know what's hilarious? Have you noticed when he's trying to dox people, like when he goes on the photo album and he'll be like, you know, he shows like the picture of like me, right? And then he's like, watch, let me show you another picture of this fucker. And then he scrolls, and then it'll be some, like, picture of himself, you know, zoomed in, or, you know, and it's like, bro, why do you have pictures of yourself, you know what I mean? And then obviously, like, he'll, you know, he flicks it back all quick, and he'll be like, oh, yeah, that's just an old picture. It's like, dude, we know you stare at pictures of yourself all day long, bro. You're a weirdo. Hey, good morning, Dynamite. Let's see. Callie. Cry a little bit. Kelly probably still donates. She's still begging him to visit while being the same age as his Yeah. That lady's got a few screws loose. And I know she's got some friends and fans that are viewers here. I'm not trying to be mean, but anybody that's gonna pretty much harbor a wanted felon and is fine with him, you know, doing what he's done, especially to his parents, and I imagine she might be a grandmother to some grandkids. That just fucking is disgusting, in my opinion. But I know everybody likes old Callie from Boston. Oh, well, Mitz Plug, get this shit. He was talking about it last week. Sorry, it's a little loud. We're going to turn around here, guys, because I know we're getting kind of far. Get this shit. Oh, we're on the turtle lane for sure because we're walking slow. He said he was going to try to junk it, right? You know, when you call the little junkyard and they'll take it for, you know, about $300 to $400. It's got to have the battery and the catalyst converter in it. But the only thing is obviously, you know, they want to see proof of some type of ownership, right? So he said he was ready to junk it, except he can't find the title to the car now. So that car is just a paperweight at this point. Oh, I agree 100%, Dynamite. Oh, and that's where I was going with this little story of his. This guy got so desperate, and this is what's I hate. This is just disgusting, right? I guess yesterday morning, and it was brought up to my attention because he tagged me in it. But excuse me, he had he posted on his community tab this long, pretty much I guess what you'll find in his about section now, which was like, you know, this long fucking little. There's a word for it, but I forgot it. Pretty much just stating, you know, who he hates and blah, blah, blah. Just mainly a bunch of emojis. And then he lists his ski angels and the skis wife club, all this bullshit. But anyways, long story short, where was I going with this? Oh, in there, literally, he posted this yesterday morning, right? In there, it literally has as one of the people he hates, because he tagged everybody, I was one of them, was MGL, Michelle. Okay, not MGL, that's Molly Golightly. Michelle, it was as Michelle. It was her new, I don't know, I guess she's bouncing around YouTube still, and it was her newer channel that she just created, or whatever the fuck. But essentially, the guy, or the mod, you know it's the mod, right? You know those mods hate her, okay? They're jealous of her, essentially, okay? They look at her as competition, okay? So, I don't know if it was at his direction or the mods, but they wrote her as, you know, one of the people they dislike, you know, Toad Army against, you know, these people. Well, what do you see that same morning? Because obviously, you know, it's Saturday, you know, mid-afternoon. This guy should be banging, you know, 300 people watching, you know, the cash apps flowing in. Nothing's happened. he gets desperate and brings on old Michelle. And, you know, it didn't work out that great. He got the viewers like he wanted, but he didn't get those cash apps. Because I told you, those 3 wives or whatever, whoever's financing his little fucking shit show right now, which it's just a handful of people at this point, you know, they don't like that, okay? They're jealous of her. So nothing came in, and he realized it because he took her off, you know? Hey, like I said, he got the viewers, but remember with Ski Mask, he doesn't care about viewers, although he talks about it and he does because he's a narcissist. But at the end of the day, what pays for the weed and the you-know-what bill? The cash apps. Yep, that's exactly it. Cry a little bit. And it's disgusting, too. You know, I get it. Everybody wants to just kind of, I didn't even hate using that word hate watch. Because it makes the people seem like they're bad. It's not, you know, people just kind of are curious as to how vile people can act. You know, it's kind of almost like, you know, you going to the zoo and seeing a badass animal and looking at it and staring at it for a while. And it's like, wow, this is amazing, man. I've never seen a fucking tiger in my life. Holy woly, you know? So it's kind of the same thing, you know? You're sitting there watching like, wow, I didn't think somebody in this age or these people's ages could talk like this, act like this, do these things. So I get it. I get why, you know, she brings in the views and the attention, but certainly it is disgusting to a point because these are vile individuals spreading really vile rhetoric. And that's where I disagree with them being allowed to be on this YouTube platform. Flea Mask. Man, he sure picked the wrong fucking name to go by. There's so many little things you can fuck up and screw with his name. Leech Mask, Flea Mask, the what do they call it? The Refugees. Little Ski, Skiwee. Boo-hoo de coo. Poo-poo de coo. It's poo-poo de coo. I bet you that's what they used to say when he was in school. So you know he probably stunk like shit, you know what I mean? We all, and I'm not trying to make fun of him. We all went to school with that one kid, you know, and I guarantee you Randy was it. Hell, he was even saying the other day how he'll wear a shirt for like 4 or 5 days. He doesn't care as long as he didn't sweat in it too much. Dude, you don't think you're sweating just sitting there in that little filth of yours, sitting on that couch, just marinating in your little meth sweat? Bro, you stink. You just don't think you stink because you don't smell yourself and you never go out in public. But you know Randy back in the school days used to be known as Little Poo-Poo de Coo. And then when he used to start crying because the kids were making fun of him, that's when they start going, it's Boo-Hoo de Coo. Hey, and I have the right to say that because I was short. I got bullied, so fuck you, Ski Mask. Gavel time! Oh, I know, Mids. That dude's I don't even know if it's a dude or what, but whomever one voter is, they're definitely, definitely not all there. Oh my gosh. There's your little pal. Hey, little boxer dude. You're a cutie. He's a little boxer pup. Woo, it's getting hot. Don't worry, guys. We're going to take a little water break up here soon. Definitely time for a little water break. There's that palm tree there. Well, I don't know where this title is, but yeah, no title. You can't even junk your car. So that car is just going to be sitting there as a nice little paperweight, probably leaking some nice oil or fluids onto the cement floor of his parents' home that he's not going to clean up. I just can't, dude. I'm just blown away for the fact that at that guy's age, let's just call him 40 because he's close enough, that at 40 years old, right, you can get out of jail. You're a man, okay? You get out of jail, and the first place you run back to is your little mommy and daddy's house. And not only that, you have the nerve to walk right back in. And like I said before, this dude probably had to like move over the fucking blanket and duct tape holding it onto the door frame. You know, you have the nerve to just pop right back in after you've literally just had your fucking parents' door kicked in. You know, the cacti are starting to flower. It's really pretty. But dude, that blows my fucking mind, man. I cannot understand that. And then you just sit your fucking little lazy ass right back on the couch and do the same thing that got you into trouble, you know? It's fucking nuts, man. And then, like I said, I don't understand how the parents can just welcome them with open arms. And, you know, we've said that they obviously are probably fearful of them. You know, you see the way the guy reacts and acts, and he's obviously struck him before, okay? He had his mom's fucking shoulder broken in 3 different places. He went to court for it. He's got in his history record in Oklahoma previous domestic assaults and batteries. This even came out of Ski Mask's mouth whenever we exposed the open warrants in Wagner County, okay? He had those warrants for assaulting, and he even said it himself. It was for assaulting he said an incapacitated female, okay? And he was laughing about that. He thought it was a joke. That literally means that was either like a senior citizen, which is what I'm thinking, or, you know, somebody that obviously couldn't take care of themselves, okay? And this dude was laughing about that. Like I said, that's what he is. So it just amazes me that like I said, his parents will let him back in the house, but if they're terrorized of him, if they're afraid he's going to act out, you know, he's going to do something, I kind of understand. But you know what? They should have taken that opportunity while he was gone to change the locks, right? Go get a restraining order, which they could have done. If they're that afraid of him and they didn't want him back in the house, they could have got a temporary restraining order easily, okay? I mean, at this point, they're actually lucky they haven't even been arrested for contempt of court whenever they didn't show up when they were subpoenaed to show up and testify. And they're lucky they haven't even been arrested for essentially obstructing an officer from, you know, not opening the door. So, you know, honestly, maybe that officer had a little compassion for them, and that's the reason he slapped that obstruction to Randy and didn't mess with his parents. But it's just fucked up that you put your parents in that situation in the first place. That's what's fucked up. Well, it's messed up, man. And you know what's funny is he doesn't even, you know, nothing. Not a word, you know, not even a scamming for it, dude. The guy can't even scam for it, you know. Hey, I need to give my parents a front door. Nope. He doesn't give one shit. And you know what's funny is that guy could probably ask if those people were nuts enough to be scammed twice to bond them, you know, send them over probably close to $2,000, of which he's not had to use of 100 of that. The rest was smoked up in various drugs. That guy could have probably easily asked one of his donators to fucking, you know, donate or buy a new front door for his parents. He doesn't even care to do something like that. And you know they would. You know they would easily. But what would you think that guy, if he honestly could, like, even if he was trying to do the right thing, you know that fucker, the minute he got like a $400 donation or hit a dono goal to like replace his parents' door, he's just going to keep it. Somebody even said that one voter was him. I was like, nah. Ski Mask, you can tell how Ski Mask types. The dude can't even type. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but honestly, he seems very illiterate, which is weird because he can talk, But when he writes, he can't write worth shit. His grammar, that's what I mean, is the grammar when he has to write. It's just, oof. Rio, you doing all right? There's a bench up here. We're going to stop and we're going to get a water break. How you doing, Dobbs? Dobbs is doing good. He's actually just right behind me. Oh man, it's a beautiful day today. Well, I really hope that if that tsunami's gonna hit, I hope everybody's safe down there in California. It just makes me kind of feel bad when you see beautiful weather like this, and you know that there could possibly be, you know, people that are having their homes flooded or the streets, or I don't know. You know, like I said, tsunamis are horrible. He still has not sent the keychains. Yep, I saw, I heard him on one of his live streams, I think it was yesterday. I don't know if somebody brought that up in his chat, but yeah, he said something about that he had just gotten late, not lazy, but he just hadn't got to it yet. You think that guy's gonna spend a penny to fucking send those out, bro? Absolutely not. That was just a lie. So whoever donated money or bought those first set, remember he had like some type of auction for one of them? Guy can't even give out the key change to any of his donators or people that have already donated a shit ton of money to him. He's such a scamming piece of shit. He still has to use him as a scam, essentially. Oh, I'm going to be auctioning off to the highest cash app. And he got some donations for him. But yeah, like you said, asshole hasn't even sent them out. I'll check more into that here as soon as I'm done with the stream. I'm receiving all that stuff, so thank you all. 50 bucks. There you go, John. See, you were paying attention. I wasn't so much. There you go, 50 bucks. Yeah, it was outrageous. That I do know. That I do know. Skis Angel. It's coming up right here, Rio. Yeah, Rio's thirsty. I see ya. Poor guy, he's got the, you know, it's getting hot and he's got the, you know, thicker coat and it's a black coat. So that sun hits him a little bit more. But he's a trooper though. That's the thing is you got to tell him to drink water because this dog will just keep going. Hey, Cleet, good morning. And I'm sorry if I missed some of y'all just joining. I kind of have to pay attention to the road, the dogs, and the chat at the same time. Yeah, I agree, Cleet. Absolutely. You're, like I said, shame on them once, shame on them twice, and fuck you on the third time. Those people, everybody, including channel creators, viewers, other mods, everybody's exposed that guy's scam. And if those people want to still choose to sit there and get scammed, yeah, screw them. I don't feel any, you know, at first I felt bad because, you know, it's like, all right, they're new viewers. They probably don't know better, but nah. At this point, yeah, you know way better. And I mean, how can you get scammed again for bond money, which happened, but then keep continuing to just sit there and pretend like nothing happened, you know? And I'll tell you this. They might not say anything in the chat, but those people are certainly pissed, okay? You know, they're suckers and they're, you know, not all there, but, you know, that money can be used for a lot of important things. When you're, you know, you're collecting thousands of dollars and somebody just scams you, you know, it hurts. Excuse us. Good morning. Good morning. All right, so it sucks. So, yeah, they might not say anything in the chat. Oh, man. But I certainly can guarantee you this. They've probably slowed down the donations, and that's true. That's why you've seen those donations slow down. And Ski Mask is getting frustrated because no donos, that means no you know what. Come here, guys. Excuse us. Sorry. Excuse me, I'm just picking up this number 2 here from Little Dobbs. Some little landmines he set off. He was trying to set some landmines for those cyclist people. Sorry, Dobby, I wasn't going to let you set them up for failure. Alright, cool. Alright, guys, we're almost to the bench. Almost water time. So yeah, thank you everybody that's been joining and participating in the chat. I appreciate y'all being respectful of each other. Thank you mods for joining and helping out in the chat. And oh, I want to welcome all the new jury members. Holy moly, it'd been a while since I checked how many jury members there were. And I had to take 2 looks. I couldn't believe it. I think last time I checked, we were like at 103, right? And I was like, wow, that's awesome. I checked yesterday, and unless it's wrong, it's showing 213 jury members. So I appreciate all the jury members, all past, all new. I noticed there was a lot of jury members that rejoined. We've been monetized at this channel for 2 months now. So all those jury members that rejoined for the 2nd month, I really appreciate you doing that. And I'm actually going to put out a special badge for all the 2-month jury members. That way we know who you are. And so thank you very much for that. So I really appreciate everybody's support. And I love seeing all the emojis. Like I said, unfortunately through Prism, I can't see the emojis, but I can see which emoji. It shows you the name of the emoji. Hey, thanks, Fortune Cookie. So I can see, like, look at Baseline. Hey, Baseline, what's up? It says NJ Courts, Judge Ronnie, gavel time. But yeah, obviously once I'm back on the YouTube chat, you know, I personally enjoy seeing all the cool emojis when you guys throw them out there. So I hope all the jury members are enjoying themselves. And like I said, you know, most importantly, we do a lot of jury member only streams now. You know, some of the breaking news, you know, will get broken to the jury members first. You know, and that's just out of respect for you guys being, you know, really important supporters of the channel. So I really appreciate that. And also all the viewers, you know, there's donators that aren't necessarily jury members. So, and like I said, I appreciate just anybody that's here to watch, you know. And if, with that being said, if you have enjoyed the walk so far, I'd appreciate if you can help me out with a thumbs up, because that really helps a lot with the analytics. It gets the video out there. So I really appreciate the thumbs up. So if you guys are enjoying the live stream and the walk, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. It'd be nice. But yeah, no, walking talks are usually just our way, me personally, to kind of self-meditate a bit from the week. You know, I do my own in real life work. That's how I pay my real life bills. And, you know, and then with the show, or excuse me, not the show, the channel just taking off. And, you know, with all these court coverages just almost being back to back to back, it's been an exciting and a busy start to the summer so far, I can tell you that. And it's going to continue. Like I said, I have no intentions to slow down or stop. So, again, I appreciate everybody's support, because that's what helps makes these court coverages, you know, happen. It's absolutely what makes these court coverages happen is your guys' support. So thank you. Much, much appreciated. And the dogs say thank you so much. Uh-oh. What'd you guys find? All right, there's the bench. See, I told you it was coming up. Oh, yeah. He's all talk, mids plug. Everybody knows that. That guy is the biggest all talk, all bullshit. I mean, probably the definition of that, you know, that saying. Bullshit, you know, what is it? Bullshit, or I forgot, you know, all talk, bullshit, whatever, but that's him. You know, he is to be taken serious. Like I said, the guy's made a lot of violent threats. But you know, just whenever he tries to, as far as a male, you know, he's all talk. He's just Only males I've ever seen him ever attack have been from behind as a sucker punch, or them being just, you know, pretty much blackout drunk. And even then, he can't even knock out the guy with his little flying little sucker punch because he can't even reach the dude's face. But yeah, no, if I was a female, if I was an animal, a child, I would absolutely be, you know, fearful of him, because those are the people that he attacks, and those are the people that he threatens the most. And he also has the track record. Don't forget that. See, this guy's not all talk, okay? When it comes to assaulting females, he's got a long history, an extensive history of doing that. So absolutely, and anybody, I'm not saying, oh, if you're a male and you're afraid of him, oh, you're a wuss. No, absolutely not. I'm just basing everything on, you know, what, you know, this guy live streams his life pretty much 24/7. So, you know, if you've followed him for a few years, you know how he is. You know how he acts. You know who he assaults. You know who he threatens. And it's females. And like I said, that's all he has on his history. This criminal record he brags about like it's some fucking, you know, certificate of, you know, accomplishment or something, you know. That's all bullshit, all right? All those crime, and crime is bad. I'm not saying any crime's good, but all those crimes that he brags about, they're all literally assaults on women, just with the exception of like a couple, if that. You know, assault on a woman, assault on a incapacitated female, as he says. And that paperwork's going to be coming up probably this week. So I'm actually hoping to get a lot of paperwork in this week. So I'm hoping next week or even midweek this week we're going to have a pretty good show, because hello, I put out a few Freedom of Information requests on some individuals, including Randy, a week ago. So, and these were unfortunately counties that they use snail mail for everything. I do appreciate the counties that don't, that they'll immediately just email you all that, and that's great. But yeah, old Wagner County, still old school. All right, guys, let's take our little water break, shall we? Let's see if the tripod works on this. All right, cool. Show you guys here so you guys can see the dogs. We're gonna do a little water break. We've got our collapsible water bowl here. We did not lose the water bottle today. Hold on, let me pour it up here because I know you'll make a mess if I don't. And there you go. Yeah. Is that good? Did you refuel? We're almost gonna be home too. You guys don't have too much of a walk back. Dobbs, you want some more water? Oh, look. You good? Rio? Kill it. Kill it. Yeah, get your head a little soaked there. Yeah. Oh, man, you got it all over. All right, there we go. Water break complete. All right, let's move on. Oh, you guys probably got a nice little close-up of Rio there slobbering. All right, so we just got done with our water break. Make sure we didn't leave anything behind. Oh, actually, I'm going to recycle the water bottle. Oh, wait, we already threw away the poop. All right, cool. We're good. Super Roofer, are you referring to back problems from falling off roofs, or just from, like, you know, working as a, you know, somebody that does a lot of hard labor for that long? And see, this trail goes this way too. Is that the, no, we didn't go this way. See, there's all sorts of cool little routes we can actually break off from this trail. But next time we do the walk and talk, like I said, we'll definitely change up the scenery. We'll go to a different trail. I actually have a really cool spot I want to go to, but I don't know if I'll get any reception there. And I think I will, honestly. Oh, there we go. Look at, that's why we get good reception. You got a tower right there looking like a fake tree. But I'm going to go for the next walk and talk. I'm going to go there obviously like a day before. And I'm going to see if I do have service. And if I do, then it's on. Because it'll be an awesome, it'll actually be a hike at that point. So I hope I can take you guys hiking. Thank you. Let's get out of the way, guys. Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. Okay, from working. Well, good. I'm glad you've never fell off of a roof or hurt yourself that way. But I'm sure, you know, that's a lot of hard work, you know. I mean, I've seen roofers, man. It's definitely hard work. Dub, you doing all right? Yeah? All right. But to kind of give you guys a little rundown of tonight's show, we're going to be continuing the Cheeto coverage. Like I said, obviously, we don't know if he's got a court date coming up soon. We're going to look into that. I'm glad that the week's coming because weekend, obviously, courts are closed. You know, mail doesn't get out. But this weekday or week or a week coming up, I'm going to be super busy because I'm going to be requesting some more public documents on Cheeto's cases. Especially the newest case, because that's the one. Here's what I do know, and maybe you guys might know better. All right, maybe Cheeto's watching. Cheeto, if you're watching, hey, please reach out to me if you want to have a, you know, if you want an opportunity to speak on your behalf. I may consider it. But what I'd like to know, thank you. Let's see if these people stop. Nope, this guy's not going to stop. Let's go. Thank you for being the nice one there. What I was going to say is what we do know for sure is he's either one. So what's confusing is on some of the paperwork I had that we went over, it shows on his last hearing that he didn't show up, essentially. Okay? So you would figure since he didn't show up, he'd most likely have a bench warrant for his arrest. So that could be a possibility. But the thing that kind of, you know, is what kind of confuses me a bit is it also shows he was sentenced for that last, you know, pretty much it was, and I got to go back, man. That guy did so much shit. I forgot exactly which case it was for, but it's literally the last case he had. And if he was sentenced, then that means he is on probation. And that's most likely why we have not seen him because, you know, obviously live streaming is what's gotten him in trouble. And if I'm not mistaken, he already got in trouble for breaking probation once. So maybe he's, you know, being a good boy, which, you know, hey, I guess that's great, but still doesn't, you know, speak on all the bullshit he did in the past. But, you know, if the guy is not in trouble anymore and has served his time, then, hey, you know, we move on. But if the guy does have a court case coming up, I would be interested in it, definitely. And definitely providing the court coverage, depending on when it's at. So, yeah, with Cheeto, we've still got some documents that we're going to be reviewing once we get those for his cases. But for right now, we still got a lot of clips to go over with him. A lot of people aren't even familiar. I know I saw some comments from the first show. Hey, Super Roofer, thank you. $5 for travel. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Super Roofer with $10 today for the travel. Thank you. And again, that's going to be going to both cases at this point. Either the ski mask case on the 26th, which I know for sure we're going to be there. And I'm hoping that we're going to be able to fundraise, and hopefully tonight, you know, with more people probably attending the live stream show, I'll be able to get out that information so that more people are aware about our case. And if people want to see it live and we can hit the fundraiser goal, then we'll definitely have that court coverage. Like I said, I've already been given the media permission to film, so that's not going to be an issue. It's just a matter of, like always, fundraising for to get there, essentially, for the cost of the travel. And if we can get that fundraised, then we will definitely be there Monday for the continuance of the ControLLa Court coverage, which in this case is going to be pretty interesting. That's the reason I didn't want to waste time or even the fundraising, the money of the donators, to go to the last hearing, because it was just simply going to be, hey, are you going to take the plea or are we going to a jury trial? She obviously didn't take the plea. So thank you again so much, Super Roofer. Much appreciated for your donation. So yeah, hopefully we'll be there Monday, but for sure we will be there on the 26th, Tulsa, Oklahoma, for you know, Randy's second court appearance, assuming he even makes the first one, which is according to what's, you know, scheduled on his paperwork for tomorrow morning. I guess we'll see how he's reacting today or how he looks. It's going to give you a good idea of, you know, how his day's probably going to go like tomorrow, if you know what I mean. What you think, Dobby? Dobby's like, I can't stand that motherfucker's voice. I hate Randy. My poor dogs are always next to me when we're listening to his clips. I'm sure they already recognize that fucker's voice. They sometimes trip out when they'll hear mine on the TV and I'm not in there, you know. It's funny. Even their own barking. The other day, it had went on one of the walking talks that they were on. And they started, you know, they were barking and, like, you know, they're freaking out because it's like, that's my bark. What? Uh-oh. Some dog heard us over the wall. I'm sorry if I missed some of your questions, or if some of you may have came in just now and I didn't recognize you or say hi. I was kind of a little distracted last couple of minutes looking down at the ground, crossing the street. But we're almost going to be headed back to the neighborhood here, so we will be heading back to get these guys some more water and a nice snack. And oh, they're definitely going to take a nice mid-afternoon siesta. And while they're doing that, I'm going to start getting almost done and prepped for tonight's show. Like I said, I know it's Sunday evening. That's why I wanted to start it a little bit earlier. It'll be 7:30 tonight, Eastern Standard Time. I usually start a little later, but because it is Sunday evening, I didn't want to go too late for everybody that has to work tomorrow or has got an early day. So yeah, and we won't go anywhere. Like I said, I mean, I can't, sometimes I say that and we go 4-6 hours. We've done in the past, but you know, generally, you know, on a Sunday night show, we'll probably do a few hours. Like I said, I can't really tell. It is just how the stream goes. It's a live stream, you know, who knows? But yeah, I've got a lot of stuff to cover, as I was saying, on the Cheeto, you know, just as far as his criminal cases. I know I like to say the word court coverage, but like I said, we don't know if there's any hearings coming up on him. But we're going to be discussing ControLLa's case a little bit, just in case there's some people that are just, you know, a little bit out of the loop as to where we're at on that process, or where she's at. This now being her third. Technically, it's her fourth hearing, except her first hearing was over the phone or through the computer, Zoom. This is technically her third in-person hearing. So, you know, we'll be kind of giving everybody a little kind of a summary. We won't spend too long, but we will spend a little time, since we are doing the fundraiser for that court coverage coming up Monday very soon. And, you know, for some of the new viewers, you might think, this is crazy. You'll never, you know, there's no way, you know, in 1 week or coming up, you know, Monday, you can get that, you know, the donations or fundraiser to hit the goal. No, for some of you that may be new, we've got a lot of really awesome supporters and donators. Love this channel, love the court coverage. And I think what almost all our last court coverages have been just, you know, as far as the fundraisers, a few days or at the most a week before the actual trip. And like even the first court coverage did with old Ski, we were able to fundraise that money in one night, and we were out the next day, and literally in 2 days we're in Tulsa to provide court coverage. Unfortunately, he didn't show up because he called in saying he had COVID, but that's not going to happen this time because this is an in-person, and he has to show up because he's got a bond. And also, if he doesn't, he's in some serious fucking trouble. Because this isn't even a fucking court case. There's no continuance. There's no, I plead not guilty, I need a lawyer. Let's get another 2-month continuance. Nope. This is to pretty much talk to the judge and see what's going to happen to him for breaking his probation. And if y'all weren't aware, the reason he was given a plea deal, that was in lieu of what he would have been given, which was a 90-day jail sentence. So he was given, unfortunately, probation instead of 90 days in jail. So you put that together, right? Pretty simple. You break probation, I doubt they're going to give you the plea deal again, especially with the extensive record he has, which one judge already pointed out from his last, you know, bond hearing, excuse me. Oh, they love him, Beagle Mom. Thank you for joining us. Good morning. Oh, they love their walks. They have to have them. There's no way. It's like a schedule for them. What up, Tweak? I see the tweak. And for some of you new jury members that might have just joined in a little bit later, didn't catch me saying, I did just add the 4 new emojis. It's either 3 or 4 new emojis to the current emojis that you can use as being a jury member. And we added Dobby, of course, his handsome self. We're not going to forget Rio. We're going to get him on tonight. And then you have Bald Spot Randy, which was from his court date. Little shot of him bending down and a nice shot of his little bald spot he claims he doesn't have. And then what else we added Mugshot Randy. Oh, that was the 4th one. We added Mugshot Trina. There we go. We added the Mugshot Trina. And for some of y'all that may be just joining us new today, Trina Golden, which you may be familiar with or not, and if you're not, you can catch some replays on the court coverage we've already started with her. But she is an individual we've started court coverage on. Unfortunately, her first hearing's not going to be till August. She's facing some serious charges. So, you know, and we're going to keep touching back on that, you know. I always get a lot of new little information in regards to Trina, and a lot to do with their past, you know, to do with when she was, you know, hanging out with Blade and, you know, hanging out with Captain. I think a lot of you saw that picture I posted on the community tab. That was a IRL stream. That picture was from a stream that Trina did with old Randy. And Mids, was that you that gave us the kind of scenario or synopsis on that? I think that was your comment that I pinned, but if it wasn't, I apologize. But whomever it was, I thank you for explaining that, because some people were like, "Oh, you must not know a lot. You're new." No, I knew about that stream. Okay, I just didn't put anything because it was just a picture. All right, it was just for the viewers to see that, hey, these two numbknuckles have gotten together at one point, you know, and it's just kind of funny how shit attracts shit, right? But yeah. There's a backstory to that picture, of course, and that was from a stream that they did together. And if some of y'all didn't see the comment, the backstory is Trina was at an Airbnb, and she was, I guess, kind enough, and I'm sure she was doing it for, you know, content. You know, content means money, and when you're a scammer, money is when money. So, you know, she invited old Skiwi over to her place, and I guess the reason he went over was because he needed to charge up his shit, because obviously Ski Mask is a streetwalker at that time, you know, just performing some odd jobs at the cut every once in a while for weed money and money for the other stuff. But yeah, he been doing that stuff in the cut. He still needs to charge his phone up. They don't got any chargers they don't got any outlets in the cut. So he took advantage of old Trina's Airbnb to go plug or charge up his gear. And they did a little stream together. And if you actually watch the stream, maybe I'll post it up. So I don't know if it's still up or not. I'm sure it is. But if you watch the stream, you'll see, just like typical Randy, people start trying to trigger him by, you know, donating some donos to Trina's TTS. For some of you that don't know what TTS, that's text to speech. That's where you can, like, kind of like what I have with donation alerts. You can go on the donation alert page. You donate $2 and you can type up something and it'll speak to their speaker. So they both, I guess, I don't know if Randy had his on, but Trina had hers on, and it was going off, of course, and people are talking shit to Ski Mask, and she's getting money paid for it, essentially. And you know how Ski Mask is, right? Especially when he thinks you're getting paid because of his name, because he's such a celebrity. He started getting pissed and jealous, and you know, I won't ruin the stream for you. It was nothing crazy, but you know, just a typical Ski Mask interaction. But yeah, Egypt Beauty was connected with them. Yeah, she did. As a matter of fact, she donates on that stream. Ski Mask actually addresses her on that stream. She does a TTS donation, so yep, you are correct. We're just gonna cross the street here. It's kind of a dangerous area for us all, a lot of traffic. It's a four-way stop. Oop. Keep thinking I'm dropping something, but that's my speaker clicking at the side of me. Come on, Dubs, let's go cross the street. Pronto, we don't want to be roadkill. Oh, hold on. You got a sticker? Yep, I knew you did. Hold on. Which side is it? This one? Oh, this one. Let me see. Hold on. All right, it came out. I see it. All right. Sorry, we had a little sticker alert. And it's been taken care of. All right. Come on, guys, let's cross over here. Julia says, welcome, Julia. Good morning. Says, I just showed my nurse at the hospital Trina's mugshot. He was laughing hard. He loves you, NJ Courts. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. And tell your friend I said hello. And I hope they're a future watcher of the NJ Court show. Hey, we'll see you, Candy Cane. Have a great day. Sorry if I just missed you right now, but have a good one. Yeah, so live stream show this evening with continued Cheeto coverage starting at 7:30 Eastern time. We've also gonna go over, quite a bit of information about the individual that we're gonna be introducing this evening. And like I said, they do have a court date coming up in July. So there is a very good possibility, if you viewers are interested in this individual, that we definitely can make that happen, hopefully. So I hope you guys will, and I mean, for most people, we don't enjoy it. We enjoy the stream, but it sucks to see these individuals. They are, for the most part, really big pieces of shit, hence why we're covering them. But yeah, that'll be an interesting show. We're going to be doing a lot of fact-finding. Let's see. What else? Talking about ControLLa's case. We'll just touch in a little bit about Trina's. I got a few clips to play on that. Maybe I'll play a little bit from that clip for some people that are curious to see the interaction with Ski Mask and Trina on that live stream. What else? Yeah, I might be forgetting some things, but yeah, it should be a pretty informative live stream show this evening, going over a lot of these bad apples. I might, if we have time, even introduce another bad apple, but if not, we're definitely next live stream show going to introduce them. And they've got a court hearing coming up. Oh my gosh. So, yeah, a lot of these people on the internet getting in trouble. Sad. I don't know. I hope this is just not a pattern, because this is going to be nuts. Let's see. Cry a little bit. It was Egypt Beauty. EB is a character. LOL. Julia. Yeah. I haven't seen too much of her, but she pops in every once in a while, out of the blue. A lot. E-begging week, whatever. Oh, we have to do e-begging, whatever, unless you want to finance these next 2 trips. Hey, let's see here. I can give you a good idea, dono goal. Well, let's just start off with the ControLLa case first. I'd say that's probably going to be a minimum about $600, I said, for the round trip airfare, plus hotel. I'd say $800 for the trip. So if you want to go ahead and cash app $800, hey, I will definitely stop the e-begging for tonight. But I have a feeling you're probably not. So, yep, we will continue the e-begging. That's how the court coverage is made possible. But I appreciate your interaction, as they say. It helps with the analytics. It actually counts as 1 extra. Actually, you've made a few comments, so that actually gives you like 2 comments now. Thank you. But we are back at the beautiful park here. And thanks, Julia. Yeah, I just like to play around with the trolls. They know better, obviously. What's funny is most of these trolls, they come from these shit channels where they think content is just somebody behind a black screen bullying somebody for 4 hours. And any little bit of donations, if that channel even gets any, because it's just a shit show, hence why they're not monetized, they use on themselves. Does not go back in the channel because it's not even a channel. All it is just somebody opening a chat up for a bunch of bullies to just talk shit. So I just like messing with them because it's hilarious. But it's pretty funny because they themselves know that obviously a channel like this that does the type of IRL content, provides content, you know, works on donations. So for those that actually support the channel, I really appreciate you all. Hi, good morning. Oh, beautiful dog. Hey, you behave. I don't even know how he's barking. We've been on a long walk. You guys enjoy. Hey, that dog was super nice, see? And you got him all barking because you're barking. It's a pretty little dog. That's just Dobby. Yeah, Julia. I know, that's what's hilarious, especially if they're like a ski person. Could you imagine somebody from Ski's cult coming in here and being like, you're weak, you're e-begging. Okay. Says the person that donates to somebody that just, as soon as they get $40 for the day, quits their live stream and then goes run over to their dealer and then repeats. But hey, yeah, we're e-begging, that's for sure. I'll claim it. If I didn't e-beg, there would be no court coverage. All right, y'all. Getting close to our destination. So, with that being said, I'm going to miss you guys for probably a good 6 hours. But I hope you guys get some rest. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And I look forward to seeing everybody back at the live stream this evening. Again, that'll be 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the main NJ Courts channel. I already did post a notification for that show yesterday evening. So that should be already up. If you're interested in going to that, you can hit the little notify button. And it'll give you a nice little notification as soon as the stream starts. But other than that, let me show you guys that it was really me today, not a robot as always. And I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. I want to thank Super Roofer for the donations today. Much appreciated as always. I want to thank everybody for, you know, participating in the chat. Everybody that's viewing the chat. Everybody that's just made it to the live stream. So, flip this around here. Oh, I even wore my special, I think for our walk and talks, this is going to be the official walk and talk hat for the NJ Courts channel. What do you think? You know, to commemorate little ski week, because I know we're going to be missing the little guy here soon. So, but anyways, I'm just kidding. You guys have a great Sunday. We'll see you all later. Love you guys. Have a great day. NJ Courts. Oh!